Hi everyone, it's Ayozia here. I hope you're well and happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday the 19th. Yeah, Wednesday the 19th of June. And I'm really excited because my stamp sets are ready and have arrived. I've had them a couple of days actually, and I've been playing with them, and I'm just super excited to share them with you. You might remember that I made a video, I don't know when it was, maybe a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, tweaking the design for the owl. So, and then I had a little bit of trouble uploading it, blah blah blah. So I've sent that off, and then it all came back, and finally we reached the end of the process, and I'm so thrilled. And I don't know, I just never would have imagined at the beginning of the year that I would do this, so I'm just really pleased. So I hope you like them. These are the sets, so I will have them listed in my shop very soon, probably by the time this video is up. And so I don't know if you remember the last time in my last video when I was talking about the owl, the first owl design was looking a little dark, and then I redrew it, and this was the one that I drew in the video, but I didn't submit it in the end. I just wasn't very happy with the head there. And then I drew another one, which actually is very similar to the final design that I submitted, which is this one. So this is the new owl. This was the drawing I did. So, and I did it small. I was talking about the different line sizes and everything. Anyway, that's all fine. So yeah, this is what it looks like in the pack. The cellophane is probably a little glary. So that's the new owl. And so there's a flower, there's a bee, there's an owl, there's a bird, there's a hare, and some poppy seed pods. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased. And I've been playing with them. So this isn't my set that I've been playing with. So let me move these out of the way. And just, you know when you get something, you've made something, and then you have to sort of explore, okay, so what do you do with them? I mean, you'd use them obviously in it wherever you would use a stamp. I will say that you need to have an acrylic block. I'm sure many of you know this, to use them, because these are the clear stamps, poly, I can't remember what they're made from, but yeah, these are you'll need an acrylic block. And then yes, I just thought I'd make some tags to see how they would fit in, with my usual style of combining fabrics and papers. So there's that one. There's this one. So that's the stamp. This is a Tsunami Rose postcard, but I put the stamp there. So just, usual collaging with different printables and stuff. And then I think I stamped them on paper, then cut them out, and then stuck them, sewed around them. I think my words are jumbling up because I'm excited. That's the hair. So I sewed that one to the tag, back to some vintage paper. And this is a mixture of the 3 stamps. Those are the poppy seeds. That's the hair with black ink. With the other ones I used distress, what's it called? Vintage photo distress ink on the brown, these two. So that's the bee, that's the poppy seed pod. And that's Mrs. Owl. There she is. So I'm really pleased with them. So yeah, if you're interested, head on over to my shop and they will be listed there. But for this video today, yes, I thought I would play with the stamps. That seems like a logical thing to do, doesn't it? And as usual, I haven't planned ahead. I just sat down and thought, right, I'm going to make a video about these stamps. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let me just gather a few things. Okay, yeah, I apologize about the lighting. I know this video is probably going to be really dark because it's a very cloudy day outside, and even though I'm using artificial light, I'm sure it's still coming across quite dark. I hope everyone's doing well and having a good week. My productivity has gone right down the scale, right down the... It feels like I've been working on the same 3 little journals forever. And but anyway, today we're doing the stamps, so probably after those 3 journals I'll do some more nature ones, because I want to get back into that mode. So Well, let's start slowly. I've got a tea-dyed envelope here, so I think I'm just gonna embellish this envelope using some fabric maybe, which I will stitch. And I have lots of scraps of tea-dyed paper, so let me see. Got some vintage paper here actually. That's a nice colour, but I think I'm just gonna rip it. Oh, let's stamp it. I'm nervous about stamping on screen because I'm actually not very good at. I always have to have a few goes. It's not to do with the stamps. It's to do with my stamping. You know, the way that I stamp. So here we go. So yeah, I've seen people that have like grids on their acrylic on these blocks, and I think that is a good idea because then you get to have it straight, but I haven't got that, so I think I'll go with brown ink again, some distress ink. Isn't it? Anyway, let's hope for the best. Let's see. I'm being super vulnerable here. Yeah, that came out okay. I'm not thrilled with I don't think I put enough let me use black ink. Don't think I put enough ink on the block. Let's try again. I think you're supposed to put something soft underneath, aren't you, to help. Well, I don't want to put that on there because let's try on the book. Maybe that will help. That's better. So yeah, that's what it looks like on the paper. That's the hair. So funny to see it as a stamp because I remember drawing it out several times and la la la, you know, and then it's a stamp. I don't know. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about it. So let me rip this, I think. I probably will still use that one somewhere. I'm using this is old paper, so it's actually a little crumbly. It's okay, but probably wasn't the best choice. I hope this is in frames. What am I doing? I'm embellishing an envelope. That's it. So, what other papers have I got to hand? Probably nothing. I've got some fabrics here. I wonder what this looks like with fabric. Yeah, that actually does look quite nice. This April at Pink Oddbird sent me this fabric. Where are my scissors? Oh, here they are. Let's see. So yeah, how have I been? How's life been? Their life is good. It's been really busy, I have to say, like with other things. And my productivity has gone down. But it's funny, I was thinking yesterday about creativity versus productivity. And sometimes the two coexist quite happily. You can be super creative and super productive, if that makes sense. But then if you err on the side of productivity, so so for example, I spent a lot of time this year making journal sets after journal sets, and they do take me a long time because there's a lot of stitching, and well, you know, like each thing takes a while. Like just one tag will take a while to collage or stitch or layer, and it is really time consuming, and I do really enjoy it, and it's great, you know, when you're feeling super inspired and super excited. But then sometimes if when I focus just on, oh my gosh, I have to get these journals out, which is real life, you know, that's the same with any work that you do, it can actually impact on creativity, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to get the balance between the two, which has meant that my productivity has gone down. But it's okay because I still feel really creative. I've been doing other things, you know, I've been painting a lot. I've been concentrating on my own journaling. Yeah, and I don't know, it just feels a lot better. I do feel a lot better for it. So that's what I've been doing, but it just means I don't have an awful lot to share on here really, because, don't know, just, yeah. So I'm trying to layer this. What do you think? Don't like that. I like that. So what I'll do is, I wonder what that will look like. That's quite a bulky. You stitch this and then stick it onto the envelope. What do you need, Mr. Hare? What do you need? Maybe some lace. Because why not? Okay. As usual, the first thing I make is going to take forever because I'm trying to get my head in the right place. I think I'm just going to use fabric, you know. Something colourful. I've got scraps of fabric on my desk from making the rose journals. So I'm going to use those. I very much like that you can see that rose. Okay, I'm going to need to stitch that. Can't really secure it with glue, can I? I'm going to stitch it and then I'll come back. Okay, so this is, I lowered, sorry about the noise, I lowered the arm of the thing because I think it was quite far away. So this is the thing stitched, the hair on the vintage paper and some layers of fabric. And so if I was going to embellish this envelope, I would just stick that to there. I feel like it needs something else. Let me, oh, quite like that. I don't actually know what this is. Some kind of, I think it's for curtains. Anyway, that's a random thing. And maybe, that's quite bulky there, I must say. Go back to the lace. Yeah, that looks nice on the actual envelope. But I don't want to stitch the envelope closed, do I? So if I put it right at the bottom, then do I want to stick this down? Probably. I've run out of fabric glue, I think. Yes, I have. This is the shambles I'm in. So no, I can't stick that down yet, but you get the idea. This is like a little embellishment with the stamp, okay? And then if you could stick it to an envelope, or you could stick it to a journal page or something like that. But let's make a tag because that's better, because I can use my glue stick then for that. So I've just got some scrap bit of paper here. Let me just cut that down to size. Cue the mute button on my video because of the noise this thing makes. Okay, so I've got a random bit of my collage sheet here, why not? Got that to hand. So let me cut that and stick it down. actually, tell you what I do want to play with. Oh, Rachel's, she had some nature. Now, can I find them? Some nature collage sheets that I did download, which I purchased and have downloaded, but where are they? I've been meaning to play with them for a while. Yikes, I'm so sorry. I feel like a lot of these videos are spent with me just fumbling about looking for things. But truthfully, that is actually part of the process we go through, isn't it, when we're crafting? Well, probably not you, because you're all super organized, I'm sure. But with me, it is. It takes me ages to get myself in the groove of... oh, wouldn't it be a shame after mentioning it to not even find them? It takes me a while to get in the groove of... Hi, Del. Okay, see you later. Of, you know, making things. Oh, I know where they are. I put them in my my traveler's notebook because I wanted to use them. And the one that Marie made me a lovely... Yeah, here they are. See, that shows you, Rachel, I am actually putting them to good use. I've already prepped them. I put them in the middle, you know, where the elastic is, to add more papers to journal on. See, this is the one Marie made for me, and I've been using it. Look, Marie, I don't know if you're watching, but I've been using it. And then I added some more papers in the middle. So that's where Rachel's papers have gone. Let's see if I can find any more. So... here are some of them, anyway. Let's move this out of the way. Oh, I feel like I'm in a shambles. So sorry. Yeah, look, I cut them down to size and everything. To the TN size. So these are just some of them. For the life of me, I don't know where I put the others. But yeah, I want to use these, so that's the whole point of that. So let me... let's stick this down. I hope my blue nail varnish isn't too distracting. I usually just have plain nails, which I actually prefer. I'm not used to having nail varnish on, but I'm just trying something different. So I went and got my nails done at the weekend, and my hair's different, and I just wanted to look different, you know, just try out something new. And but this is the first video I've done with colourful nails. I don't think it will last long because they start to chip after a day, because I use my hands all the time. So what shall we do? Got this pretty rose fabric, so let's put that down. This is for a stamp. This is what I have to remember. So yeah, let me just put this down to... This is Rachel's paper. It's her nature, I think it's her nature collage kit, I think. I'll put the link to it down anyway in the description box. Right, now for another stamp. Dun, dun, dun. What paper have I got to hand? Another random bit of paper. Where is even the stamp set? I'm already in a shambles. Let's try the owl, because I was talking a lot about that, wasn't I? Okay, so let's put you back, Mr. Hare. Let's look for the owl. I think I'll go for black again, because that's what I'm working with today. get something to lean it on. Okay, here we go. Yay! Look at that! This is just as exciting as when I discovered the stickers. There's the owl. She's quite small actually, but yes, it's good because I didn't want it to be too big, because then she can just go on the corner of something, couldn't she? So let's rip this. Maybe some book page. Just some random book page here. Here we go. As I've got that in front of me. I'm going to stitch all of these down. Yes, I like that. And some lace. If in doubt, fish out the lace. I have that motto for several things. If in doubt, fish out the doilies. If in doubt, fish out the, fish out the lace. Do I want that? It looks a little... yes, I do actually want that. So, let's stick some of these things down. Oh yes, I'm very excited to tell you as well that a track that I sang on has been released, which I'm really excited about as well. So the church that I go to released an EP, like a worship album, and I co-wrote one of the tracks, and I'm singing on it with my girls, which was really special. And obviously it might not be your thing, worship music, like church music, but if it is, I shall put the link. There's a YouTube video where you can watch it. You can not watch it, listen to it, listen to the track for free. It's not about buying. I'm just really excited for you to hear it. And yeah, it was a really special thing to do because I wrote the track at a time when I was very ill, and I felt I wrote some of the lyrics. I co-wrote it with my friend Nadine, who you've heard me speak about on this some of my videos before. She's an incredible singer and songwriter, and we went away on this retreat quite a while ago, a few of us, a songwriting retreat, and Nadine and I were sitting at the piano, and I was like, I've got this little bit of a song that I wrote years ago, and she was like, let's hear it. And then we sort of wrote the rest of it together. But the beginnings of the song was started sort of as a prayer when I was really ill, and I just didn't know how things were going to work out. And it's just, I just get so blown away when I listen to it and listen to my girls. They did the backing vocals on the track with me, and all these years later, just seeing how well things have worked out. And I don't know, it's just a really reminder to me of, you know, how much I have to be grateful for. So yeah, it's called To The One, and I shall put the link to that below if you're interested. Yeah, so that's the owl. I'm going to stitch it and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so this is the tag stitched. I just realized that I covered up the nice layering that was on the actual paper. I've just left the grid paper. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, so what I would do is back this with, you know, tea-dyed paper and then stitch all the way around. But that's one. Where's the other bit I did? Where's it gone? Yes, and that's now disappeared. Okay, let's do one more. Maybe a few more, maybe a couple, one more, yes. Oh, here it is. There it is. The little thingamajig. Actually, I could stick it onto a paper like that. That would look quite nice, or onto a book page or something. Okay, so these are the 2 bits I've made. Let's do one more. What stamp do I want to use next? The birdie. Let's use the birdie, because then I can I'll put some music paper down. Because birds do a nice sing-song, don't they? So let's stick this down. Yeah, I must say I feel very vulnerable doing this video. I don't know why. I think it's because it's my stamp set, and I just want, you know, it shouldn't, I don't know, I would not be telling the truth if I said it doesn't matter what people think, because it just really does. I really value, you know, when you've worked hard on something, it really means a lot if people like it. So I can't even, oh, I think that's upside down. I should know, because I work with music a lot. Yes, it is upside down. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, it's just vulnerable. It's hard. I don't know. I do find the whole market. Oh, I don't know whether it's worth even talking about it. When you're a creative, it's sometimes really hard to sell your stuff. I just will put that out there. Can't even pretend otherwise. And I must confess, I'm really struggling with that at the moment. Like, I just hate it. I hate selling stuff, which is so silly, because that's, yeah, that you kind of have to. If you're making stuff to sell, you have to sell it, you know. And so my every instinct is to make something and just give it all away, because of the joy of it. But, you know, I have a family to support, and I think actually that art is worth paying for. So I'm not actually making a comment about that at all. It's just my own struggle. But it's the vulnerability of it. It's not because I don't think it's worth the price or worth the money that any creative chooses to charge for their stuff. I think every penny is worth it. Yes. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I'm just feeling vulnerable, to be honest. Okay, let me do the bird stamp. It might actually work to stamp directly onto Rachel's paper here, because I really like this bit of writing. Let's see. Actually, it's quite a wide stamp, so let me see whether that, yes, that will work. Okay, I think this is probably the last thing I'm going to do. Let's go this way. Vulnerability, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the let me concentrate. Where do I want to put this? Here. Yay! That makes me very happy. Yeah, I think it's, you know, just it's important to just embrace the vulnerability, isn't it? And then I shouldn't let it detract from the joy of something. I don't know if I'm making any sense whatsoever. I'm just thinking aloud as usual. So there's that one. And I was going to put it on here, but I don't even know now. I stamped directly onto Rachel's collage paper, and I like that a lot. So let me layer it, I think, a little with something. Oh, that looks nice. That does. Covering up all the music paper, but that's okay. You can sort of see that it's there. Okay, let me stick that bit of fabric down. Daniela's finished her exams, which is great. I'm really proud of her. She worked very hard. She won't get the results until the end of the summer. I feel like I still want to do some more layering there. See, let me put this. And a bit of this thing there, yep. And then yes, so let me stitch that down. Yeah, so here we are. Oh, I actually really love how these have turned out. I really love them. I really do. So I don't know how long we've been. Now I'm in. See, this is what happens. I'm now in the flow, and I could keep going for another hour, but obviously that would not make for a very interesting video. What stamps haven't I used? I didn't use the flower one, the bee, or the poppy seed, but I've showed you anyway how I use them. So that's the flower one there. That's with Vintage Photo Ink, and the poppy seed is here. Let me see. Yeah, tell you what, I'll just stamp the poppy seed onto this envelope, because why not? Then you get to see it. It's quite little, this one, but it's nice because it will just go really nicely on the corner or something. There you go. See, that's what that would look like. And the bee again is very little. See, I've got another envelope to hand. Yes, another tea dyed envelope, and that I'll just stamp that on the corner. Let's put that at the top. I think I've smudged that. Ew, I didn't do a very good job of that. Let me try that again. That's better. So a couple of bees there. Right, so I think I'm going to call it a day. Sorry, I just realised I didn't show that very well. I think I was off screen. So that's the poppy seed. I hope that's in shot this time. And that's the bees. And that's the owl. The hare. The birdie. Oh, and the flower I didn't use, but used here. That's the flower. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, head on over. The stamp sets are listed, but all the same with whatever stamp sets you have. This is just illustrating how you could use them. Okay, I've just backed the tags with some old paper and stitched around the edges. So that's the completed tag, and this one. And then the envelope that I put the poppy seed on, I found some fabric glue. I stuck the hair onto there as well. So that's a embellished envelope, and that's the one with the bees. So thank you so much for watching. It's been lovely spending time with you today. And yeah, the new stamps are available now. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate all your kindness and your encouragement, and just the generosity of this community. It means a lot to me. So yeah, until next time, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Bye bye.